These 90-day fiancé men are known for their conniving ways. They may be true Sanky Pankys, who used women in order to get cash and green cards. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching for more details. In 90-Day Fiancé and its spin-offs, women who are searching for love visit resorts in the Dominican Republic and beyond, only to find that there are sharks on land, as well as in the aquamarine waters. Vulnerable females with checkered romantic histories frequently have their heads turned by handsome men who lurk on the sugar sand beaches. 90-Day Fiancé Sanky Pankys like Yohan Geronimo have money and green cards on their minds, but they're hardened seducers who know how to convince their targets that they're in it for love. Of course, these weird relationships, which often feature major league age gaps and dramatic power imbalances, end in tears. These men come from poorer countries, and if they get the chance, they will use women for money. Grinding poverty can create a ruthless mindset. People who are very poor can perhaps be forgiven for doing anything to change their circumstances. But the 90-Day Fiancé gold diggers come off like human cash registers. Their motives are transparent, and only the women they're duping really believe in them. When these women figure out what everyone else already knows, the tears start to fall. After the heartache fades, the women sometimes give in to the kind of female rage that drives works of fiction like Gillian Flynn's Gone Girl. Yohan spotted his prey, Danielle, while she frolicked at a resort. Like a shark, he smelled fresh chum in the water and raced towards it. It could be argued that Danielle's life was ruined by this man, even though she wouldn't give him what he really wanted, the American dream. Why should he stay in DR when bright lights in big cities beckoned? In the USA, he could shoot for the sort of glitzy lifestyle that is the Sanky Panky's brass ring. To the Sanky Panky, America's like Oz. It's all about following a yellow brick road that seems to be paved with pure gold. Behind the curtain, the Wizard of Oz wasn't all he was cracked up to be. Likewise, the American dream isn't always so dreamy. However, to Yohan, America was everything. Danielle wanted a different lifestyle. She hoped to live in the Dominican Republic, where she could leave the pressures of life and the Big Apple behind. Yohan was desperate to take a bite of that same apple. This impasse led the couple to the rocks. The Sanky Panky / older woman dynamic only succeeds when the younger man gets the perks that he's expecting. By moving to DR, Daniela drove the first nail into the coffin. While Yohan's the gold digger, Danielle's own blunders are now legendary. She decided to forfeit some of her pension in order to go for her dream. Now she's lost that money, and Yohan too. The romance ended in a way that seasoned 90-Day Fiancé viewers probably anticipated. She discovered that Yohan had been cheating on her for 2 full years. Now she's picking up the pieces back in the city that she tried to flee. This cautionary tale's a sad story, but she can rebuild. Her life isn't over. Right now, she's still in the female rage phase. When she's haunted by the phantoms of the past, she may revert to the tears phase. Accepting disappointment is part of life, and there's a lot that she has to come to terms with. While Danielle is lashing out right now, by cryptically commenting on transactional relationships via Instagram, she's also moving forward. She's sharing pieces of her life with her followers and focusing on getting the most out of every day. Yohan is gone, and life goes on. Pedro didn't meet Chantel at a resort, so he's not the classic Sanky Panky. However, he has plenty in common with the types of guys who look for wealthy females at sun-soaked destinations. In Pedro's case, he was hired to teach Chantel Spanish, but he taught her way more than that. Right before their split, and afterward, those lessons were brutal. Early on, Chantel was alerted to a significant red flag. Someone told her that Pedro was using her for a green card, but that wasn't enough to change her mind. She was deeply in love with Pedro, who broke her heart in the Family Chantel Season 5.